button. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks very much for coming back. We've got Doubting Thomas, Brother John, we got Bill. We are very lucky to have Nakasuchi, and we're stuck with John for some more. So, Nak, you are the main man of the moment that the spot was kept for you, so I'll just not going to ruin your mood. Go with it, man. Just go.
I'm trying to get a hold of my mood, and it really has nothing to do with what I've been watching today. First, as it seems to have been happening a lot lately, I wake up to screenshots from many different people of things being said. You need to watch this, blah blah blah, and I'm like, shit. I don't. I'm trying to edit a video. I don't think people understand working a full-time job and putting out the amount of content that I put out requires a lot of time. So I'm not upset about that at all, even though John just completely fucking misrepresented everything about my channel, everything that he pretends to know and he doesn't, because he's a fucking liar. But I'm trying to get a hold of my mood, because it has nothing to do with this. It has everything to do with real life shit. Nothing at all. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I even told you that, MathPig. I got to work. Yeah. Maybe I'll squeeze some time in for your after show if I get home early.
I was surprised to see you so much in the actual live chat.
I'm supposed to be at work right now. So, shit happened today. I'm not at work. I'm not happy. So this was probably a bad decision.
Well, I appreciate you saying that up front, Nakasuchi, and saying that your anger is not at least all directed from this, that at least some of it is an admittance of that. Thank you.
No. I think you did a really good job with the interview. I thought it was fucking hilarious through most of it, honestly. I just want to ask, I want to start off.
Thank you. I can stamp that with the Nakasuchi seal of approval. Because there are people like yourself, man. No, seriously. People like yourself. And I said to John earlier when we were talking in Discord, I have respect for yourself. And I was like, I am not going to come out and flat out start naming names and bitching about people, because I directly don't have problems with them people. And that's not what this channel's about.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, I try to stop with the drama shit. I got enough drama with Matt Powell that I don't honestly need this. But I'll get into all of that. We can talk about all of that. I'll let Messenger ask me. Well, no, don't be. This is your channel. Shit, you tell me to be quiet.
Oh, no, man. No, I invited you on. This is your spot. This is the whole point of what we do here. We have the show where I poke the person, get the cage all riled up, and then the after party is for getting people in to ask questions.
Well, my question is one disingenuous thing that I have said. One.
Are you asking me what one disingenuous thing you said?
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying all these disingenuous things about you. I'm misrepresenting you.
Sure. Here's the number one thing, and there's several, but the number one thing is you stating without receipts, without showing that you did it. I warned Messenger over and over not to do X, because that is a fucking lie. On your live streams, anytime I was getting riled up with John Peterson or Atheist Rationale or whoever, you were encouraging it, laughing about it. I don't have a single email from you. I don't see a single voice conversation from you in your live streams or in your chat messages where you're like, dude, you got to calm down and knock it off. You encouraged the dumpster fires, and you.
I encouraged dumpster fires with Christians.
Let me finish.
Not with attacking people's personal traumas. And I asked you publicly several times not to do it, like publicly in the streams, literally.
No, you didn't. Show those receipts. Show those receipts.
I did. We showed it in our Thursday stream. I literally told you, John, do not attack people's traumas. I walk away and you attack somebody's trauma. We showed it in our fucking stream.
No, you didn't. You did not show me attacking somebody's trauma. Not once. You said that I did it because she got upset, but you didn't prove
Aaron sent that deleted footage to us, John. Maybe you didn't watch the beginning of the stream.
I copied it before you deleted it. I have the entire footage.
Well, we put that footage out, and I clearly tell you not to do it. Clearly.
No, you said don't talk to her about her personal stuff. I didn't. She brought up her personal traumas to make a point. She said, would you be able to be okay if these things happen to you? And she brought up her personal traumas. I can
remember a Great Debate Community, Steve's Great Debate Community channel, where you came on. There was twice that you were on, and one of those times I clearly said it again. Messenger Reveals goes for the jugular. If you paint him into a corner, he's gonna fuck with you and he's gonna mess with your head.
You joked about it and laughed. You didn't ask me not to do
no,
it.
I've repeatedly asked you to stop.
No, you
it's just completely disingenuous.
Show those repeated. Listen, you show yourself and you prove me as a liar right now. Otherwise, you're the liar.
No.
You made the assertions. You got to show the receipts, bitch. You have to.
I have. I just showed you my receipts.
No, you didn't. You said there's.
Yes, I did. You're not accepting them. You're saying that they're not there, but they're there.
All you said is don't talk to her about her personal stuff. I said I'm not going to talk to her about her personal stuff. She brought up her personal stuff.
All right, I will tell you this. I don't have time to go through all of my streams. You're right. Like there's no. We barely emailed each other at all. The only emails that we ever really had was the stupid fucking book idea you had, and I just kept kind of pushing it off. Like, I don't want to talk about the Book of Enoch with you. I'm trying to do other shit. But I'm a nice dude, and I don't just come out and say, no, the idea is stupid, I don't want to do it. No, like, the receipts are literally in the stream. So I will have to go through those streams. I will find them, Messenger, just for you. I will make a fucking video just with that little thing right there.
Where you warned me and asked me to stop doing those things.
Yes, I will do that. Because it happened numerous times.
Number two, you said, hey, I've invited Messenger on to defend himself. You never got back to me on emails. You didn't take my phone calls when I reached out to you. You didn't respond to my emails for weeks. And when you did, you really didn't address anything or set something up. The first time you did it was when we ended up on an after party on somebody else's channel. And you're like, hey, Messenger, I really still owe you that.
So I've admitted to that. I've admitted to that, John.
But you said, hey, we've given Messenger an opportunity to come on and defend himself. Never happened. That was a lie.
No, we did actually. All right, so for one, you was on my channel numerous fucking times defending yourself in your position. Not after the Aaron's chair thing, yes, because at that point I made a decision not to have you on until we had a private conversation. You're right, and I admitted that I did not do that. I admitted it.
Yeah, John, I had you muted, John, to let him finish. Your last 10 seconds, I was muting you back and forth.
I have completely took the fault of that, John. Like I admitted it to you on Converse Contenders channel, to your face. Yes, I did not ever get back to you.
Okay, let him finish. Let him finish because I had him muted.
So yeah, that is, but it's not disingenuous because I've always owned up to that.
But you've made the point that you've invited me on to defend myself. That was the lie. You haven't invited me onto a stream.
You're talking about, like, when did I do that? Like, so when did that happen? Particular instance? Because, like, if you're talking about, like, for the Thursday night stream, I invited you to come to that chat and defend yourself in that chat. Nobody's
going to come to a chat to defend themselves.
Well, no, I wasn't about to bring you onto the fucking live stream with Aaron there. Are you crazy?
No.
I invited you to that chat on Neil the 604 Atheist channel. I told you it was happening. I said you're more than welcome to come and defend yourself. Did I not?
In a chat message is not going live, and that's what we're talking about. Nobody's going to be like accept some invite saying, "Hey,
so again, context matters here, right? Because I did do it.
Did he invite you? Did he invite you? No, please just break it down. I'm going to jump in now. Did the man invite you?
It's a bullshit thing.
No. Did he invite you to a chat?
No.
Not a live stream. He invited you to talk about this in a chat.
But that's not what I asserted that he didn't do.
No. Okay, I'm just going to clarify. You're talking about live streams and you didn't get the opportunity to come on. No, please let me finish, John. Please let me finish.
I know what you're going to say. I'm going to clarify it and answer the question.
You're going to talk over me. And the last person, please don't. I respect you too much for that and you respect me. If I'm wrong, correct me. All right?
Sure.
But you're talking about a live stream. You didn't get any invites to a live stream. Nakasuchi is saying, I did invite you. I invited you to a live chat. Either you acknowledged it or it wasn't good enough. Or was there an email afterwards that you said, this isn't good enough, we need a live stream? Or was it left at that? Because if it was left at that, you are both correct. You didn't get invited to a live stream and he did invite you to a chat.
The one time he invited it was in his when he did a pre-recording saying, hey, we're going to talk about this Messenger Reveals thing once and for all, and he's welcome to come to the live chat to defend himself. To me, that's bullshit.
No, I mean, it was literally Neil the 604 Atheist. I mean, MathPig, I believe it was your episode, right?
You did come on to mine. And you said
like literally.
I don't think you said you were definitely going to be there for mine, and I thought it was because I was special. It's because you were around with John. Oh, no, I don't even feel special.
No, I had no
anymore.
idea John was going to be there. I was surprised.
You probably got like 20 receipts and I was there.
But I mean, it literally happened. So I mean, I'm not being disingenuous. Like, I stand by my integrity. That's everything my channel's built on.
Just to point out,
you're literally going out there and questioning it. You're calling me a liar when you're generally lying. We can get to those lies because there are a lot of them.
Can I say something? I said to John,
never going to be able to produce receipts.
I said this earlier to John.
I done told you. I will produce many receipts. I'll make a whole fucking video.
The reason he may not have turned up on Messengers, or the reason that Messenger may not have turned up at that after party, is because I texted him straight afterwards, calling him out on the fact that he was doing that on my fucking live stream. I sent him messages after that stream saying that wasn't fucking on what you were doing there, bringing attention away from the live chat with your drama. And he apologized for it. But that's probably a reason why he didn't turn up to the actual party, is because I basically fucked him off for what he was doing.
I didn't even know he was going to be there, MathPig. I saw his streaming. I jumped in, and the first thing I saw was Messenger Reveals talking about me. So I had to respond.
And you are more than welcome to do that. And I agree with you that that was not the place to do it. And I told, well, you did want it to be the place. I told John, now this is just my personal preference. I know the man on the Discord and typing back and forth. I fucked him off. If you want, I'll read the exact message out. I was like, that was not.
No, I completely agree. I mean, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, he is misrepresenting me just intentionally.
No, I've not misrepresented you once.
He's talking about a lie. I'm not defending anyone here. As I say, I called him out for his shit. I'm just saying that's why he might not. But you did invite him for a chat.
I'm saying Nakasuchi had every opportunity to bring me on and have a one-on-one conversation with me, either on his channel, a neutral channel, or my channel. He didn't make time to do that.
I was trying not to have you. I didn't want it no more. I was trying to get that PTSD shit off my channel for a fucking month.
I'm not talking about that. I was talking about you were going to sit there and confront me on the whole thing that had to do with Aaron.
So no, here's
never did it. You said no. Let me finish.
Okay, finish, and then I'll fill you in on what was going on.
You said, hey, some shit went down this weekend. We had a conversation. Things went bad. I apologize for that. I'm going to have a live stream coming up this Wednesday. Everybody's invited to it except the messenger. He and I need to have a conversation first before he's allowed back on my channel. You made those comments. You never made time to respond to my phone calls, my emails, or that comment of you saying, I'm going to have a conversation with Messenger. You said you've owned it, but then you make the comment, I've tried to talk to Messenger about his behavior. I tried to talk to Messenger about making changes. Those things you never did.
Again, I will go through the streams. I will make a video on that. We can keep hammering home on that. I'm admitting to you, I can't bring you receipts on that right now because I'm in a stream that I wasn't prepared for. Honestly, and I'm in a fucking rage. So
I said, okay.
I forgot the goddamn point I was even gonna make. Like I forgot where we were at. I can't even think straight right now. So yeah, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say because I let you finish, and it was rude of me to interrupt. I am hot, so I'm trying to control that.
Yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine. It's understandable. We're all human, and we all get emotional, including the little man below me with the baldy head, clearly getting a little bit passionate. Passionate is not the word you use. We're not getting him angry or emotional. We're just getting passionate, John.
Sure. Do I look like I'm repressing shit?
Anything else, Nakasuchi?
On
a personal level, I hope you're nice. The thing that's got you in a rage. I hope.
I have so much though. Like I have so much. So
you guys mentioned emails. It can't be that. It's got to be pretty easy to go quickly search email.
I could show you every one. I archived them all.
There's not many emails between me and John. I mean, usually, most of our emails was like, "Come on the show."
I can show you all my unanswered phone calls that I attempted to make to him that he knows you didn't pick up the phone for.
Which I own that. I didn't. All right. So that was the point I was going to make. I was going to tell you what was actually happening behind the scenes. All right. So I did want to have a stream, and I wanted to bring everybody involved and get their ideas on it. I wanted to have a conversation with you in private to pretty much tell you that I could not have you on my channel attacking people's traumas anymore. It happened with Lady Tasha. When Shannon Q came on, you attacked her credentials.
I should attack her credentials.
It happened with Shay several times, although I understand that you and Shay had your personal beef going on. And for a long time, I tried to play moderator in that, and it was stupid. because honestly, you're a trained professional, and Shay is an autistic person that is going to school, a train wreck. I mean, what the fuck, dude? But an autistic person that's going to school and was directly affected by your behavior. John, so what was going on behind the scenes is I wanted to actually make a very harsh response video to you involving those issues. And Cyrus asked me not to because Cyrus wanted to respond to you. Aaron was in his home and he had all of that right. And I gave that to him. And you was saying at the time that you was going to make a response to me, Cyrus, Dragnot, everybody that ever said anything wrong about you in your eyes. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And when Cyrus did his response, and I just decided I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. I wasn't going to worry about it. I wanted it off my channel. I wanted to move on to other things. I wanted to make the show better. I was bringing in moderators, which you misrepresent. You have no idea what you're talking about. None. Like I brought in all these moderators from Cyrus's channel. That's a claim you made that you can't back up with any receipts, because one moderator came from Cyrus's channel, Ali. Wujita, who was in the live stream that you made that claim, was a moderator I brought in at that time, right? So, I mean, I decided not to. But then I one night happened to see you on Converse Contender. So, and then I jumped in and I admitted, I was like, you know what? I never gave you that private conversation. I told you that I would, and I never did it.
Keep your statements brief. I mean, make your points and then let me respond.
Well, I'm letting you know why I didn't respond to you, John. Because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And I waited a long time. I gave you a long time to do the right thing, to apologize to Erin, to tell her, you know what, I was fucked up and I was wrong. And you are the one that chose not to do that. You are the one that has perpetuated this time and time again. And you just even admitted it earlier, basically today, saying that this was all a troll. And I even told you that. Like, I'll put that in the fucking video too. Every time I told you that this whole fucking thing about you saying you have a cure is just a fucking troll. It's the word, and you know it, and you're pushing people's fucking buttons.
Squeezing the orange.
Can I ask a question at some point?
Let me finish this response.
All right.
Number one, Nakasuchi doesn't understand hyperbole and making hyperbolic statements. So when I sit there and say, had a bunch of people come over from Cyrus's channel, it's hyperbolic. It's meant to incite a response. It's meant to see, how do you respond
to that?
A lie,
John. I mean, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's a lie.
Do you know what hyperbole is?
Yes.
And I think he said you didn't claim he didn't claim you said what you just said, John. He said that you said he brought mods over from Cyrus, a bunch of mods.
That was a hyperbolic statement on Jay's channel, last night.
How is that hyperbolic? He brought a bunch of mods over from Cyrus's channel. How is that hyperbolic?
Because it's an exaggeration of the truth.
It's a lie.
How would anybody know that? That's in my opinion.
Statement.
And it's just my opinion. That's just a flat out lie.
What do you think hyperbole is? Hyperbole is an exaggeration of something that's partially true.
You were talking about me in this cancel culture, and I brought these mods in to cancel people.
No, I did not say that you.
Literally what you was talking about.
Okay, you're conflating two different ideas, Knock, and I'm going to explain that. One, I believe that you have a cancel culture echo chamber channel right now, and I'm not the only one that thinks so in your community. So number two, I think that when you went over on Cyrus's channel, when he made his response videos to me, you were sitting there pleading, saying, I really need to get control of this thing. I need better mods. I want to take this thing in a different direction. People were volunteering. Hey, I do this. I've done that. So I was like, I don't know how many people came over to be mods on your channel from that environment, but you were asking for help. You were asking people to sit there and help better moderate. And they're like, hey, I moderate Cyrus, or I moderate this, and I can help out. And I don't remember all the people that they were, but it was more than one.
It was Ali from Cyrus's server. I had Lucifer from Mr. Atheist server. I had John Peterson, who was a mod before. You know that. And I had Wujita. The first time Wujita was supposed to show up to be a moderator, I didn't get any notification. He just didn't show up. I had a shit show. And then he fucking called me an SJW and triggered me, so I went off on him, and he's had a grudge ever since.
Okay, so when I sit there and make a hyperbolic...
You called me an SJW recently.
No, I said you're not the raging atheist, you're the raging SJW now.
Yeah, that's calling me an SJW.
I think that in some ways that you are, because
I am. I'm very proud to be. But the way you say it is supposed to be, it's supposed to be an insult.
It's an insult because you're not doing anything to create any positive change.
How am I not? Have you not seen my Protect the Sacred series? I'm the only one talking about Native American issues on YouTube right now.
I'm telling you the issue that I have with it, and I'm telling you why I think it's a problem.
Well, I'm trying to tell you that it's bullshit. Your problem is because I don't let you on my channel anymore.
No, it isn't. I don't want to be.
Your butthurt.
I don't want to be on your channel. And no, you didn't hurt my feelings anymore. You hurt my feelings at first because I thought we were friends. And I told Atheist Rationale that when he was like, "Oh, what's the matter? Nakasuchi hurt your feelings?" I'm like, actually, it did, because I thought we were friends. I thought that we had something that was, personal, and it wasn't going to sit there and dissolve because of his loyalty to some community that doesn't even really accept him or love him.
I have no loyalties to anybody but my own integrity. I mean,
I disagree.
So what are my loyalties then? Tell me. Do this psychoanalysis, John. Show me your professional opinion.
Hey, can I say something before I
let
lose
Doubting
my
Thomas
train of
have
thought?
something. Doubting Thomas say something, then Jay can say something. Give Knock and John a chance to breathe. And just to point out, less of the fucking digs, a wee bit more from you, John, than there is from Knock. So less of the personal digs on people. Address the statements, not the person, if we can. All right? Your opinions on people are your opinions on people. Don't be calling people fucking assholes, dickheads, train wrecks, etc. That's opinion. All right? Work on what we're talking about here, and let's get this sorted. Doubting Thomas, go on ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say before it gets lost, John made a comment a couple minutes ago about somebody being a train wreck.
That's exactly what.
I'm 55 years old. I have friends in the professional community. I've been around counselors. I've been around a psychiatrist or two, and I have never heard anybody with any sort of professional capacity refer to somebody like that who has PTSD. And
I don't know that.
Oh, you don't know that?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know
that they told you that they had PTSD, right?
No, they didn't tell me.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Shay said she had autism. You asked me a question. I'm responding.
Dude, we had a whole fucking debate on.
MathPig gave me the floor.
Yes, Doubting Thomas.
I watched the stream, John. I watched you interact with this woman named Erin. It's very clear to me that you knew.
We're talking about Shay.
It's very clear to me.
He thinks I was talking about Erin. He thinks I called Erin a train wreck, and I didn't. I called AR a train wreck.
You did, and let's not do that again.
But Doubting Thomas is thinking I'm calling Aaron this.
Oh no, in clarification, he is not.
It doesn't matter. So
it doesn't matter.
You don't. Has Shay told you that he has PTSD, or she? Excuse me.
She told me that she had autism, and that was why she had trouble keeping things organized.
Just to point out, I've sent. Sorry to interrupt, Doubting Thomas. I know you have the floor for the minute, but I have sent Shay a message. I sent Shay an invite to this, and she is out at the minute and can't. So I wanted to just let that know that she has been invited as well.
Right on. Anyway, my point is, in your professional opinion, well,
I don't
whatever.
have a professional opinion.
I don't know what your.
I don't have a professional opinion.
Would you just let me finish, and then I'll shut up, and then you can go. You use the word disingenuous. You throw it around. I think it was very disingenuous and very weak, and a very just totally out of like. I've never heard a professional in the counseling, psychiatry, psychology field refer to somebody like that as a train wreck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm in a rage. I might even have it. I know we had a debate on PTSD between you and Shay. Maybe it's possible that maybe Shay doesn't even have PTSD. I'm in such a rage, and I can't really think clear enough to say for sure that I'm 100% positive that I'm like 99.99999% positive that Shay told you several times that she had PTSD. But I could be wrong about that. So we'll let Shay, I will ask Shay if she can end up popping in the stream just to make sure and clarify on that.
Yeah, exactly. There was everybody was angry and a confliction of names there, and I can understand the mix. Doubting Thomas has made his point. Knock has clarified his point. Messenger, please, don't call personal people. Don't make digs. I don't like digs. Jay, say your bit. Hi and welcome to the shitstorm.
I think it's kind of interesting because thinking back of what you were talking about earlier, MathPig, where you're saying you were recommending to John not to do his response videos. But I think what we're seeing here is what happens when people don't talk. Because in that long stream that I had where this came about, it had been months, half a year minimum, since everything had been said and done, and John had been blocked and so on and so forth. And so I started asking him questions on my live chat and my live stream. And from that spawned all of this, which means to tell me that shit didn't die. It just got buried.
That's the whole point why I wanted to do this tonight, was to get it the fuck out in the air so everybody can talk about it and we can move the fuck on. As you say, communication is key. John said it, but they don't communicate, they respond. Nobody can talk on a respond video. They need to talk to each other.
Yeah, I will definitely agree with what Jay just maintained.
If I can just jump in, Messenger hasn't had a chance to speak since. If Jay's finished, I'll give John 2 minutes.
Oh, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, John, go for it.
Well, my response to Doubting Thomas was I didn't make that dig at Aaron, and it was never even intended for Aaron. It was when Nakasuchi brought up the feud between AR and myself that had been going on for a long time, way before it even got to that stream that Aaron was on. So that was the reason that I made that dig and claim. I think that person's disingenuous. I don't think that person does anything to build the community up. I think that they go out there and try to create conflict and controversy between people. And I think Tony Designs is the same way. And I don't have any respect for those two individuals. And I don't think they do anything to make peace or make positive statements. They stir up everything in the side chats more than everybody. AR goes out there and makes sexual innuendos and sexually inappropriate comments towards Matt Powell, and it's allowed to go on in Nakasuchi's channel. I brought it up to Tony Designs in that case, going, hey, why is AR allowed to make those sexual negative comments or those sexual come-ons to Matt Powell when it would be ostracized by anybody else doing it? Tony Designs like, we have to talk to Nakasuchi, it's his channel. Mr. I control things from everything right and wrong was sitting there going, oh, I take no responsibility for what AR does in Nakasuchi's side chat. And I thought it was disingenuous and a bunch of crap.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know when
John, I'm going to say this, don't you, because your story's going to be biased. I witnessed that happening, okay? Your story's from your point of view, and at the minute, that's a side-by-side, opposite side thing, okay? I'm trying to be up the middle. I witnessed that happening, that Shay did make, he said that to Matt Powell, he said to Matt Powell that he would be living close to him, and if he wanted to meet up and he made it clear that he was pointing, I think it was capitalized inappropriately, but it was consensual, to make a point that it was consensual. But he wanted to meet up with Matt Powell for consensual sex. I witnessed that, and I personally don't, regardless of what scummy bastard Matt Powell is, I think that's a low blow, in my opinion. And Shay's more than welcome on here, as I say. I've sent her the invite here, more than welcome. But I think that personally was a low blow. What's your opinion on that, Nakasuchi?
This is the first time hearing about it. I'm notoriously bad for not
looking that's fine.
At my chats.
Just to say that if John is true in his statement that he contacted John, but if John's true in his statement that he contacted Tony Designs and Tony Designs said that it was okay with you, then you're only hearing about it now.
He didn't say it was okay with me. He said he has to talk to me. I probably would not be cool with it. I'm not, but
that's all I want you to say.
I really don't try. Like, if you're not using slurs, that's our one rule. Right? So despite what people say, I don't want my moderators telling people, and I'm jumping on them all the time. Like, if I notice like something like I think that they're acting out of bounds and I notice it, then I call it out all the time. I want people to be able to say what they want to say.
That's cool. Can I switch it around?
I've made that joke about Matt Powell. He's an extreme homophobe. We call him Cupcake for a reason.
Yes, I understand
there is that joke. I would not, I would want to, my thing with Matt, and I jumped John Peterson for this the last time that I saw Matt Powell come in my chat, because, John has been dealing with his family shit. He's been away. He just happened to be there. He saw Matt Powell and he insta-ban. And I'm like, no, don't. If Matt is following the rules, he's got to remain, because I want people to defend themselves. If I'm talking about you, you should be able to defend yourself. That's always been my position. I'm not going to let you onto a stream where the person that is claiming you harmed them, I'm not going to let you on them to defend yourself.
Okay, right, but that's going back to John. The point I'm trying to make on that statement is if we swapped it round and Matt Powell made a statement like that towards someone in yours, you know, from this side of the community, that would have been taken and he'd have been, you know, it's not a nice thing that if he did it. Now, I'm just saying that statement alone, in its context, if it had been swapped around, would not have been accepted. Now, you're saying this is the first time you've seen it. Obviously, you don't watch the live chat sometimes because you're streaming. Same as everybody who's streaming, you can't watch the live chat constantly. You catch the highlights. And if there's a bit of crack or some story going on, you let it run. I don't need to look at the live chat.
Shit, I miss super chats all the time.
Fucking seriously, man. Well, I don't have the super chats yet. I say yet, haha. But, you know, I understand where you're coming from as a creator with a busy live chat. I get what you're saying. But you've never heard of it before. And the point I'm making is you're not too fond of that. And you wouldn't have been
my thing is if they're following the rules,
let
them be there, let them, and, you know, I don't think that attacking somebody's sexuality is a good thing. Of course not. And I would tell that to Shay. If I saw that, I'd be Shay, hey, that's not really cool. And Shay would probably agree and probably realize it was a low blow.
Yeah, I know.
I think Shay's reasonable and you know, Shay makes mistakes like everybody else.
Oh, everybody makes digs, man. We're all human.
Yeah.
Look at John in the bottom corner shaking his head. You have made digs. You fucking shaking your head in the corner, man. You make digs. You're a fucking troll. You're a fucking troll.
Actually, have
Darting. Let Darting go. Let Darting go.
Sorry, I was just like, it might surprise me why I have a decent relationship with Matt Powell. I mean, it's kind of really a weird relationship. I just got a text from him 2 days ago.
Have you texted the Christian vlogger about me yet? Darting Thomas, go on, your turn.
I will get you on next time he comes on.
I just want to make a distinction here before it gets lost in the shuffle. There's a big difference between Shay making that comment and the messenger of reveals calling somebody a train wreck. There's a big difference there.
That's
and it does seem to be protracting guilt onto Shay here.
And if the messenger reveals doesn't see the difference or wants to defend that difference, go ahead.
I wasn't drawing a correlation between those two. It was a completely different idea.
I don't think I was making a correlation either. I do agree with you that there isn't, but no, I don't think that in the statement that we were just talking about.
Honestly, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Let me respond to Downey Thomas. Calling somebody a train wreck is inappropriate. And I'm not a professional therapist right now, but it's inappropriate.
Will you admit it was you being emotional, or are you going to call it passionate?
Oh no, I was taking a dig because I don't care for that human being.
That's not nice that you don't care for that human being, but I'm clapping for your admittance.
No, I'm just telling you the truth. There's two people in here that I have zero respect for, and one is Tony Designs, and the other one is the Atheist Rationale. Everybody else I have some level of respect for as human beings. Those two I don't.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Sure.
Since you brought up Tony Designs again. You were, at some point in the recent past, disparaging people for using their channels to kind of spread misinformation to gang up on people. And I think that's odd because you lumped me in when we were in the long hangout at Jay's, you lumped me in with Tony Designs. And the first time you did it, I immediately jumped on your case and said, you alluded to the fact that I was in cahoots, or I learned whatever I did, or the reason I was coming out. I think it was, here's what it was. You wanted to know why I always had seemed to be your friend at times, but then whenever I wasn't in the same room with you, that I seemed to have a problem with you. And then you alluded to the fact that Tony Designs had gotten to me, and that's what had changed my mind.
I don't know if I alluded to that.
I know that you did, and it's back on. I mean, we can go look at it. It's back on Jay Passick's Hangout.
I'm saying if I did allude to that, I don't believe that's true. That's the best thing I could tell you.
Well, and here's what makes it even funnier then, because the first time you did it, I immediately stopped you and said, look, I don't even know Tony Designs. And then you did it again. And I think I stopped you again. And then I think the third time you did it, I just let it go because you obviously weren't listening to me. You had already lumped me in with Tony Design. You had already lumped me in as if Tony Designs had somehow got to me and turned me against you.
Okay.
And then, but then you will turn around. Then you will turn. Hold on. Then you will turn around and disparage other people for doing that very same thing.
No, the things I'm disparaging people for are the personal attacks on me indirectly that are not true. On my character. Saying things like, he's an abuser. I'm not an abuser. I say things that might be insensitive, but I'm not abusing anybody.
Well, I'll just use the defense that
I just think you're conflating me saying that Tony goes behind people's back and tries to get in people's ears, which is a true statement.
That's not what I said at all. That's not what I said at all.
I said you might be conflating ideas that I am lumping Tony in to getting into your ear. I don't know if I made that direct comment or not, or if you're inferring that I believed that was true. So I want to know, you said, well, you're kind of inferring that that's what happened. And I'm like, well, am I kind of inferring or did I directly say that? That's
okay,
what I
John.
want to know.
Okay, John, then you tell me what my response should be. When you lump me together with Tony Designs and I immediately directly tell you, I don't know Tony Designs. I don't know what you're talking about. I have my opinion. And then I told you right to your face, I thought you were full of shit when I first met you, and then I changed my mind, and now I've changed my mind back. It was in that same hangout. So now you tell me how am I supposed to take it when you lump me in with Tony Designs, and I immediately tell you I have nothing to do with Tony Designs. I've never met the guy, and then 5 minutes later you link me to Tony Designs again. And
I'm honestly telling you, I don't remember doing that. That's all I'm telling you. At this point, when I'm trying to reflect in the past, I don't remember doing that.
I don't care if you remember. You did it. I'm telling you, you did it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to.
And now you're telling me that I should somehow respond differently after I've told you the first time.
I'm not asking.
It's just back and forth. It's just back and forth. It's back and forth. You're saying it happened. He says he doesn't. If somebody can prove it, it would really make life easier, and we can move on. Because at the moment, it's just.
Here's what I want to finish with. Yeah,
it's going to need to be finished. Let John finish, and then Jay after John, and then Knock.
I don't believe that I don't view Doubting Thomas in any way related to Tony Designs. When I've talked to Doubting Thomas the last couple times on Jay's channel, I don't have any opinion linking Tony Designs with Doubting Thomas. Not one bit whatsoever. I don't have a problem with Doubting Thomas's opinion of me. I don't think he's being disingenuous when he says how he truly thinks and feels about me.
Right. I just want to point out.
I don't have a problem with it.
This is boiling down to people, okay? And I really didn't want this to boil down to people. I made that clear to John beforehand, and I know other people come in. I didn't fucking vet everybody before they come in and say, you can't say this, you can't say that. But it's boiling down to people. I don't want it to boil down to people. I want this shit to get sorted. All right.
Yeah, well, I find it interesting that it is. And this Tony Designs conspiracy, I mean, I've heard this before from John. I mean, we all did. The conspiracy theory about why his cure never got out because, the government going to do this or that. This Tony Designs is a good moderator.
That's all right. I have my own personal opinion of Tony Designs as well, and I've had my own personal interactions, but I'm not going to take my bits and bobs and put them out in public because that's my personal shit with that man. Okay.
Well, I don't know what went on between y'all two. Like
exactly.
I just know that he's a moderator on my channel. I asked him to be a moderator on my channel because he's good at moderating. And if he doesn't like you, Messenger, he doesn't like Jill either. I don't think that there's some grand conspiracy by Tony Designs to cancel you. I just don't think Tony likes you.
You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
I just need to clear something up, MathPig. I don't give a fuck about people.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about Tony Designs.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about the Messenger reveals. My point, what I was trying to get at was the behavior of John speaking out against people basically ganging up on other people or lumping them all together. And my only point was in my opinion, Could be wrong. It's just my opinion. My only point was John is doing the same thing that he calls out in other people, and he either doesn't want to see it or can't see it. That's all.
Respond, John. Give Knock a go. And then I don't know what the fuck we're going to do after this, but I really don't want to. I want to stop with a personal nature. All right, I have my own. I'm just gonna I have my own thing with Tony Designs, and if Tony, as John said earlier, and to give John a wee bit of credit, and we're going to give him a wee bit of credit. It's clearly not his channel, all right, but I'll give him a wee bit of credit on this. When it comes down to it, I fucking lost my point because I tried to make a joke. Me and Tony have our own bits and our own back and forth, all right? And his name has been mentioned a ton of times here, and I have a perfect opportunity to put all of that out there that we have back and forth and get people's opinions on it and do this, that, and the other. And I'm not going to as a character decision, all right? See the receipts. The first person asks me for receipts, I'm going to send it to them. See the second person, I'm going to delete them all. That's it. So someone else can fucking worry about it and they can be asked for it. Because I don't want to deal with that shit. It's not important. And if you don't fucking trust me, my word ain't worth anything. Alright? This whole receipt culture can be taken out of context. I have messages that I could take a single sentence out of what Tony Design says and agree with John. I could then go down 3 lines and take a sentence out of it and agree with Nakasuchi. And I'm telling you that now. Depending on which screenshots I decide to put out, I can pick sides right now and either prove John right or prove Nakasuchi right, because these conversations have been had. Screenshots, to a point, don't mean a fucking thing. Someone's word means more to me. Getting to know someone, getting to get that communication going where you can get to know someone. The only communication that you admitted to earlier, Nakasuchi, was that you wake up in the morning and see screenshots of shit that's happened with Messenger. A 7-hour stream happened. How many minutes of that 7-hour stream did you watch? You admitted beforehand.
Well, the 7-hour stream we actually went through fairly thoroughly for our show. The stream that I watched 7 minutes of was the stream I responded to today.
And how long was that stream, Doubting Thomas or Matt?
It was about 2 hours. I literally had no time today. I have had a very, very, very bad day.
Yeah, that's fine. But the point is, I'm not ignoring your point. I'm not ignoring your life. If you get, I just don't want to lose track because I'm on a trail of thought here. The point I'm trying to say
I literally had no time. I just watched a little bit of it and I saw the cancer culture shit and
the point
did my rage thing.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is conversations can be taken out of context. Get to know the person. You got a problem, have a conversation with the person. Air the shit before it fucking turns from a boiling volcano into a fucking nuclear storm. Get it nipped in the bud at the very start when this shit happens. Have the conversations. All right?
It's hard when people are lying about you publicly. I don't feel like I did that. I asked him one disingenuous thing in my in both of those streams that I finally ended up doing regarding Messenger reviews, and the first one was a direct reaction to what happened on Converse Contenders channel.
The reason this shit happens, as I said earlier in my stream just with John,
you can't lie about people.
No, but as you said, man, it boils down to the fact that people don't fucking like each other. That's what it boils down to. Everybody has the people on either sides just don't like each other, and they look for any old fucking stick to bait the other person with, anything, and then it just escalates. It just fucking escalates.
And honestly, how hard is it to have a conversation, Nakasuchi? How hard is it for you and John to sit down and have a conversation?
See, tomorrow, you two should just fucking put aside an hour, or the next time you have, just fucking...
And if you don't like each other, then I agree with MathPig. If you don't like each other, then fuck it. Leave each other alone. It's not...
it depends, because he did some harm, and he refuses to recognize it. Like the fucking video he put out today, I mean, it was one of the most cringe things I've ever seen. It was a LOL moment, honestly. I mean, I laughed the entire time, but it shows no regard for the context of what was actually spoken, and that was we brought a person on that said John did this to me, and he takes it out of context and then continues to lie about me. What am I supposed to do in that situation? Now, I've had people all day upset with me for streaming about it in the emotional state that I was, because I was pissed off. And then trust me, the day got really bad after that. Nothing to do with any of this shit. Just driving to work, shit got bad. So, you know, I'm a little calmer now, but
because you got it off your chest.
Yeah, well, and Jay Pasik's point was perfect. This was buried. I intentionally buried it. I own that. I did not talk to John. I didn't, because I wanted this to just be buried. But when you have somebody lying about you, when they're saying that you're part of this cancel culture, when I clearly try not to do that, like I literally had Misha Popoff on. How is that?
Let me respond to the cancel culture. You listened that response I did, cringe or not, funny or not, that's the whole intent, was to make fun of you and say a big fuck you. When you heard Kai say, we want to get rid of the messenger, the community to shut the fuck up about the messenger, she said we, referring to you five. The intent of that video was, we want to be done with him and get him kicked out of the community. So are you not part of that we?
Were you just talking to me about hyperbole? I mean, no, seriously, because like our message at the end of the Thursday stream wasn't a cancel culture, cancel messenger.
Yes, it was.
Our message at the end of that stream, and we went back and looked at it, or Allie did, and we're going to be talking about it tonight. I'm going to have to get off here soon. But our message was that people should be aware that this happened. That it's very easy, because, you know, I actually respect your theology. I've told you that many times. Your form of Christianity is very acceptable to me. That's how we became friends.
Sure.
My problem isn't any of that. My problem is what happened on my streams and the decision I had to make. Yes, I did not have that private conversation with you. I owned you, and that's how this shit built up. That I take onus on that. So but I will not take onus for a cancel culture I don't promote. And I will not take onus when I'm not the one telling the lies. I just showed what happened. I gave you my input on it.
Your partner made those statements.
Allie is perfectly capable of having her own opinion.
She said we, meaning you five.
We could mean a lot of things.
She was referring to 5 people that were going to be on the live.
She could have very well intended to mean me, because, you know, while we're preparing for that show, we're preparing for clips. We're not actually talking about, you know, where do we really think on platforming messenger reveals? Now, let me be very clear here, because I want to reiterate this point.
I just want to point out something in the chat, okay?
I don't think that you should be platformed. Okay. I don't. I think you're dangerous. I think that you have harmed people, and you did it on my stream, and you took advantage of our friendship to do so. And I think people should be aware of that.
You harm more people than I do.
I have not seen this stream. I have not seen this stream that you were talking about, okay? And I'm not taking sides, either John or Nakasuchi. But there's a person in the live chat that I trust very, very much, who is he is my best friend on the internet, but after fucking Richard. And his exact words here is, "Knock, she clearly said it, mate." Now, I don't know the stream at all that you are talking about, but I trust Remember Sammy Jenkins. And I don't know where that, I trust Sammy. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust everything that John says, and I do trust a lot of what Knock says, because there's a whole controversy. Messenger's a fucking crazy man. But there's a whole controversy, but I trust Sammy. And that's Sammy's...
Well, he played the clip of it in his video. I saw what she said. I was in the live stream when she said it. Allie's allowed to think that you're dangerous because you've actually harmed people she knows. I think you're dangerous because you've harmed people I know. That doesn't mean I'm telling people not to platform you. I'm telling people to be aware of it. There's a big difference. They should know what they're getting into with you. I think they should.
They're being harmed more by people who enable them to remain in those states of being, and those
because I don't subscribe to your stupid ass fucking cure. I'm the harmful one.
Because you don't understand what I share, Knock, and you never have.
No, that's again, you're making a personal dig, slightly in between the lines. You know,
me or him.
You.
He made the attack back. You are dangerous. You do harm people.
I'm telling you straight up what I think about you and what my message was.
You are the dangerous man on the internet.
You literally did people harm. Like, literally, with my first stream on you, you want to talk about how Shay convinced Tasha not to do your fucked up shit, and she did. And I'm proud of her for doing that, because Tasha reached out to her and asked her opinion, and she gave it freely. And Tasha made that decision. And you know what Tasha did after that stream? She reached out to me and thanked me for it. She said, I took too long. I let her down by being silent about it. So you have harmed people, and I am entitled to have that opinion. And so is fucking Allie.
How did I harm Lady Tasha?
I'm not going to get into that. I already went back that. No, I'm going to mute fucking right. That's fucking there. Oh, Jake, I'm back. Right, everybody else can be muted. Shut the fuck up, okay? We're not going down the route of personal routes. I know Ollie wants in, but this ain't going for much longer, because it's not.
Yeah, I gotta get off here.
He's shit to do, and this is not achieving the way it's want to do. If anything, I hope that this opens a fucking door. So if you two need to talk, don't record it. Don't fucking, don't do anything. Just on publishing it. Have a conversation, just the fucking two of yous personally. After a while, when you have had a smoke and knock stuff sorted out, I hope that this at least opens a door to communication. But see this back and forth fucking talking shit behind each other, it's just going to end up, Ali wants in, as I say, that'll just make the thing worse. Okay? Jay, you're back. Say your bit.
I don't really have anything right now. I'm just figuring to come back in. I just reiterate what I said before. So here's the thing, and I want to make this clear. I don't have anything, so instead of doing a response video to what Nakasuchi had done earlier today, I equally respect both John and Nakasuchi the same. I have no problems with either of you guys. I can disagree on certain topics that we talk about, whether you guys are in agreement in something, and I'm not in agreement with anything. I don't have a problem with anyone personally in this. But I'm going to actually go back and look. I'm going to go back over that 4-hour stream, because there were some things that I missed because I was here at work, and I'm not going to air them. I just want to kind of look back over them again, and then come up and then see if there's John and I have talked a little bit about that offline or off air, and other than that, I don't. Other than a lot of heated conversation that happened months ago, and people's feelings getting hurt and feeling attacked, I don't think things were resolved those many months ago, and now it's popping up again. Yeah. And all it took me was just to ask questions of John while he was on my live stream.
And all it took me was sending Nakasuchi and John an invite to the same hangout.
Yeah, normally when I run my streams,
it definitely feels better getting the shit out. I ain't gonna lie. I buried it. But I think I have legitimate claims, and whatever you're talking about, I'm not sure. I really actually need to go. I've actually started going back through that 4-hour stream. Didn't realize it was gonna be 4 hours. And I do believe at the very beginning I mentioned I woke up with a really weird illness. It wasn't like
coronavirus.
A cold,
the coronavirus. Got the coronavirus.
Weird state. Maybe the corona. I don't know. But
he doesn't really
definitely wasn't drinking Coronas, because I haven't done that in a few months. But it's I was I was dizzy. I was lightheaded. I couldn't focus. The only reason I didn't honestly cancel the stream that night was because we prepared so much for it. Cyrus is a busy person. He's a like I said, if you're putting out content every single day, it takes a lot of time. So I couldn't cancel the stream, but I stand by what I was trying to say. I felt like we said it. I feel like we nailed it, and I think that's what's at issue here. Is for the stream, we brought receipts and we responded to it, and it's what I do on my channel. And I'm glad that I was able. I mean, straight up, dude, if you're gonna have to stop your lying, and like I said in the stream, all you got to do is do the adult thing. So, I fucked up with you, Aaron. I fucked up with you, Lady Tasha. I made some mistakes. We're human. You're not this perfect creature that cured yourself with this magical cure. You made mistakes. Own them and move the fuck on. I plan on, and you joked about how last Thursday's stream was supposed to be the last one. It was supposed to be the last one because I thought it was without question. We brought receipts, but you keep talking shit. So Allie has a few things to say tonight because I went and raged this morning. So we're gonna stream and we're gonna talk about your stupid ass video that you put out, and we're gonna have fun with it. Yeah. But I'm pretty much done. If you own the shit, maybe one day we can repair that friendship that we did have that you've talked about. That I was hurt too, because you know what,
I don't think you were hurt by it.
You might not think so, but I try to give you credit even now when I can.
You've been charitable in some way.
Be nice now. Be nice because we're rounding up. Don't fucking start anything. All right.
Well, he just said a bunch of stuff. You're not going to respond?
But be the bigger man because, as you say, it doesn't affect you.
No, I'm just saying that if his intention was for things to be peaceful and good, there wouldn't have been a bunch of negative response videos. He would have handled it personally or in private, whether it be with Nakasuchi, Aaron's chair.
The past
we all could have had a private powwow if you wanted peace. You made response videos because you didn't want peace.
Right. Well, I'm offering this now. This conversation. That's what the whole fucking point of this was. If it didn't get aired here, can we agree on a clean slate for at least a conversation? I'd give him 15 minutes, knock John. 15, 20 minutes. Come back up with each other and have a conversation. John will say stuff. You'll tell him he's a dickhead. Knock will say stuff. You'll tell John he's a dickhead. And then the both of you will give evidence for your positions. And without influence from other people screaming and shouting and being on a live stream, have your own thoughts and come to your own positions. At least open that door.
He knows I'd have that private conversation anytime. He knows I would.
At least open that door. That's all I'm asking from this. Jay, throw something in. Doubting Thomas, throw something in, and then we'll all do a fucking chill and we'll end it. I've offered to try and give this platform for people to get shit sorted. I don't know. I can't go on for fucking 6 hours. This is going to take a while. This is going to take a long time.
Hello?
It's like mothers-in-law. It's not going to work out in the end. Jay, anything down?
Hello?
Yeah, I was just going to add, if I don't send people, so when I do my live streams, I don't send invites out to anybody beforehand. I start my live stream.
Yeah, I took a cheap shot, Jay. I apologize. I was in a hot state.
Okay.
I'll own that. I took a cheap shot. Yeah.
I had to beg to be on your channel. Beg. Still didn't respond, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm notoriously bad about not responding. So
Jay, well then, on that note, Jay, this is actually your fault because I sent him the invite because of deliberately of what he named the stream. As soon as I seen the stream and it was about yours, knowing that I was having John, I'd planned to send him an invite. So this is all your fault, Jay.
I'll consider it like, the whole thing with the private conversation, it may be a private conversation that it's not just me and John, because my position is firm, but I am of the position that John uses whatever training he has. Now,
I just want to point out you're going to go down the route of trying to put yourself down.
Go
down the route of putting yourself down.
I've avoided the private conversation for a reason with John, but I'm willing to have it as long as you said, maybe MathPig or Jay was moderating that conversation. I think I'd be fine doing it.
If you were happy with me coming in, I would sit on.
The droids you're looking for.
I would come in and do that, if you want me to, but. Like I'll host it.
I mean, receipts. I pretty much put them out there in the stream.
That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. I don't know which one of you is the priest and which one of you is a little kid, and I have to watch. But that's totally.
I apologize for my rage.
No, bring the rage. Never apologize.
I mean, I was just in a bad spot.
Apologizing for raging.
Never apologize for the rage, man. Never.
Raging atheist is apologizing to rage. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, I realized I was right up in the mic screaming at it for quite a while. So I mean, that's not.
Nakasuchi,
if the team had done that, they would not. If they had apologized for raging, they would not be selling CDs.
Well, there's what, like, I don't know. We'll talk about their capitalists.
Nakasuchi, if it makes you feel any better, all right. One time, to prove a point about how angry I was, I punched a concrete wall till I broke my hand in 3 points.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
Yeah, we used to do that. That's how you. Yeah, there you go. We're all raging, okay? Doubting Thomas, John, thanks for coming up. Oh, John,
Yeah, thanks, man.
Everybody. Jay, Nakasuchi, I hope this at least opens a fucking door that everybody can, we're not all asking you to hug and kiss and make up.
Well,
but at least if we can air this and let
I know
it
you're
go.
trying to get out. I mean, the main deal isn't me and John. The main deal is, I would say, Aaron and John. And I think that.
But you have to agree you are a conduit for that. You are a conduit for that. And if you can try and moderate it, or I can come in and try and do something, you are a conduit for that. And I can understand everybody's point of view. Everybody's right, and the world is at peace. Isn't it wonderful? Everybody's got enough food. The world's at peace. There's no war. Oh no, that's not real. Oh shit.
MathPig the Antichrist.
Yeah. John, I'd say shill your channel, but you've done it twice, and last time I did it, you proselytized. So we're going to end with thank you very much. I'll bring you back in a minute when the stream's over. Bye! Doubting Thomas, do you have a channel? Do you do anything? No?
No.
Okay. Jay, you need more subs.
No, I'm good.
No, you need more subs. Jay has great conversations. They go on for hours.
And they start shit shows.
They start shit shows. All right. If you thank you, Nakasuchi.
Yeah, we'll be live here in a few hours. So,
I'll be in bed, man. I'm sorry.
I got my rage out though, so that's good.
That's good. I'm glad we could at least open some doors here. A lot of respect for you. Appreciate what you're doing, man, and always have watched your content. Don't want to have to stop watching you because it becomes a drama channel. That's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I want to get back to the new direction. The seriously edited videos, and we're despite what they say, we're getting back to our open rooms. So no cancel culture at Nakasuchi.
No. I'm totally going to abuse your little black book. I'm going to pretend I'm your friend, but I'm only after your little black book and your contacts. Nakasuchi, thanks very much. And everybody, on that note, we will end this fucking, I don't know what it is, but let's hope it has the start of a new beginning.